couldn't do it. And then you took a big chunk of change to go join the competition. How'd that work out for you?
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, and
acknowledge us.
Hey, we here at the Red Carpet Reign, WWE Final Raw on the USA Network. We're here to talk about it, guys. We're going to talk about what's really happening on WWE Raw Final USA Network episode. We're going to talk about it. We're here live on Facebook and X. So we're going to talk about the Final Raw of 2024 and the Final Raw of USA Network. We are setting up for next week on Raw, where it debuts on Netflix. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it, guys. Gotta get the lights as we come in. Billy Bishop, record salute to you. Man of Clouds, I see you, man. Appreciate you supporting. So we're gonna talk about what happened on Raw. We're gonna definitely talk about the rating of Raw, and then we'll talk about other current news, and of course the bonus round, which we'll talk about Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai. Who's going to win the women's tournament final of the inaugural women's Intercontinental Championship? With that being said, guys, let's look at the match card before we begin. Now, this is the match card that was advertised for WWE Raw. We got, of course, two women's semifinal matches for the inaugural women's Intercontinental Championship. Dakota Kai versus Zoe Stark. Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky. And of course, we have the final promo of the night. CM Punk and Seth Rollins have a final go around with their promos while they set up for their match, which will be the main event of the Netflix episode. That will be the main event for Raw. So let's get into that. So with that being said, guys, we're going to dive into that. Mr. Pro, salute to you. Let's talk about it. All right, let's talk over the beginning of Raw. Let's talk about what kicked off. Now, what kicked off here? We had the New Day, Jey Uso, and Drew McIntyre. Of course, chaos going to occur. So let's talk about what kicked off with Raw. We had the show. It kicked off with New Day. You know, they still in a brand new heel character. They was booed by the crowd, got booed so much they can't even word out the Dominic Mysterio type of heel heat. Now they interrupted Joe Tessitore Wade Barrett introduction to Jey Uso. Now the boos drawing them out. Now Jey Uso came out, they was cheering him, everything. It was all over Jey Uso. They was happy for him coming out. They was very excited for Jey Uso. So with that being said, Jey Uso came in the ring, he talked to New Day. Now while New Day couldn't get the words out, they was like, man, we go way back, and the crowd just was not listening to it. And Jey Uso said, we do go way back, but however, at the end of the day, New Day sucks. And he pretty much gave him a no yeet kind of treatment.
And no yeet.
Jey Uso was not feeling New Day at all. And while he was saying that, Solo appeared on the screen. And while Jey Uso called out Drew McIntyre, Solo came down and he said, of course we thought Drew was going to come out since Jey called him out. He said he vowed to defeat Roman Reigns. and retain the Ula Fala in the Tribal Combat match on next week's Netflix match on Raw. Now, while Solo was talking with the Bloodline, however, he did get a little reaction out of Jey Uso before he really could say anything. It was a distraction that caused Drew McIntyre to attack Jey Uso. It was a back and forth. He, long story short, took out Jey Uso. And this was a good way to kick off Raw. And yes, again, Drew McIntyre gave Jey Uso that work.
So whether you like it or not, you about to get that work, son.
So that was a good way to kick off the show, guys. Very good way to kick it off. They was going in. And Drew McIntyre, of course, left. Now, we had our first match of the night because you saw officials took Drew McIntyre away, everything. And Drew got that. He know you'll get that Claymore off. Well, let's talk about the first match of the night. Former Alpha Academy stablemates, Chad Gable, now of American Made. Otis, still part of Alpha Academy. They had a one-on-one matchup. This was actually a good matchup. A very good matchup between these guys. I did see how Otis got some offense in. I also saw how Chad Gable came back. Now, we know that during the matchup, it was interference by the Creed brothers and Ivy Now. Ivy Now even grabbed Otis' legs. And Otis was showing so much resilience as Chad Gable was putting in the ankle lock. Took him a while, but he got it. And since American Made did interfere, Maxine Dupree got her hands on Ivy Now. Then, of course, Creed brothers, they got that little bit of work from Otis. But Chad Gable did tap out Otis with the ankle lock. Very strong finish to the matchup. I will say Otis looked very strong, one of his better matches. Even way Bear said on commentary. Very good work, not just by Chad Gable, but Otis as well. But the crowd really thought that Otis was going to win. He didn't. It was Chad Gable. But I got to give it to him. They definitely put it out. Put out great performance to kick off Raw. Got to give him a yeet for that. Yeet. So these guys did put out a great match. Chad Gable sitting tall, got the American Made holding him up. And Otis tapped out to the ankle lock. So great efforts by both men. Now, let's talk more about it. What else happened on Raw? We had R-Truth taken out by P. Dunne, aka Butch. Now he was taken out. They did hype up the Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. They did have vignette for that. And of course, we did get Dakota Kai versus Zoe Stark. We got that as well, guys. That would be the first match of the night. As far as the women's Intercontinental Championship tourney continues. So they had a little match going on. Now, this was another solid match. Let's get into that right now. Let's get into that. Wrong one, excuse me. Here's the one. All right, this was Dakota Kai versus Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark looked very strong in the beginning. She was getting some drop kicks in, taking Dakota down. But Dakota, as you see, she came back. They was really hyping her. And I know Zoe Stark had a lot of control in the first commercial break. But later on during the match, Dakota Kai did come back. And long story short, she got a pinfall over Zoe Stark. And yes, Dakota Kai is going to the tournament finals of the inaugural women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. So good for her. Good for Zoe. Um, but the crowd was definitely behind both women. Seemed kind of slow first, but they're there. But Dakota Kai's making her way. So what she did out there was hard work, and it went undisputed.
And that is undisputed.
So that was a good one for these women's at this match. And of course, we had the P-Dog calling Butch by R-Truth got knocked out. But let's get on to the next part of the show. All right, we had next match, Damian Priest and the War Raiders versus Judgment Day. Last week, Damian Priest was attacked by Judgment Day, as you already know, ongoing battle. The War Raiders saved him, and they had a good truce. They date back their history to ROH days. You guys always had an alliance, and they had a talk backstage last week. Decided to have a match, and this match here, nothing short of spectacular. Very good match. They are the new World Tag Team Champs, War Raiders. These three guys definitely start off very good. They had a lot of momentum, a lot of tempo to kick off the match. Now, however, Finn Balor, he got involved in a part of the match. Him and Damian Priest got their feud. But we know Dominic Mysterio, he tried to attempt a 619. He ran right to the south of heaven for a loss. And the War Raiders and Damian Priest won a match. However, Finn Balor got the leg out from Damian Priest. And of course, they tried to jump down on him. Eric and Ivar got in the middle of it, of course, saving Damian. And it was a good match, but I feel like this is far from over. Very good way to make the tag team champs, winning a good tag, six-man tag with Damian. Got him in action. Don't have to defend the belts every week. But I'm good to see these guys won. But we know Judgment Day is not go out without a fight. New interest music for the Judgment Day. I don't know why they didn't debut this song sooner. But definitely gonna be interesting. Very good match. And also backstage, Adam Pearce, he gave Jey Uso a match. It will be one-on-one, Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre at the next week's Netflix debut episode for Raw. So that'll be added on to the match. Other than that, this is a very good match for these guys. Very good match. Very, very good one. See you guys have to say. Salute to you, Figure 4. See you in here, man. All right. But yeah, that was a good match, though, guys. Let's move on to the next part of the show. All right. We have Sheamus and Louis Kaiser. Both of these guys, we know they have some history here. However, there's supposed to be a teaser they showed. Seemed like it may be signaling the debut finally of Penta El Zero Miedo or Pentagon Jr. He will be coming to WWE. Now, Louis Kaiser, he came out, cut a promo, say the man the WWE Universe gratitude because he called out Braun Breaker. Definitely feel like he deserved another shot at him. But instead of Braun Breaker coming out, Sheamus came out. And these two both we had a brawl. And Sheamus left Kaiser lying where he stood. Not exactly the best, strongest segment on the show, but I feel like Kaiser and Sheamus feud is long from over. But let's get to the next part of the show, shall we? We had a second women's semifinal inaugural women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky, another great match. Both of these women brought it. Io always brings it like no other. She's been She's definitely been putting out great performances all for the past several months. But her and Lyra have been having some matches. Lyra, I know, has been defeating Io Sky in the majority of them. But this time it'll be no different. Lyra Valkyria, her and Io went at it. A lot of good counters and reversals. As these two know each other well. I know Io got to the top of the ropes for over the moonsault. Lyra Valkyria out the way. Now, it seemed like she tweaked her knee during the match when she landed on her feet. Of course, with the moonsault missing. Coming down, when she landed on her feet. But Lyra Valkyria got the pinfall over Io Sky. And Io Sky lost, and Lyra Valkyria will go to the finals, and she will face off against Dakota Kai, who won early that evening. And then we're going to see who's going to be the inaugural women's Intercontinental champion. It's going to be a good match between Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria. Congratulations to both women, put on a good match. Lyra and Io. Congratulations to Lyra advancing. But it shows me who's going to really win this match. It's a good matchup. But let's see. Very good match, though. And the Dakota Kai's watching from the suite. But it worked very high. And I got to give him a yeet for that alone.
Yeet.
So yeet for that. Very good match by these women. Both of these women put in the hard work. So good job with both women. Let's get on to the main segment of the show. We talking about CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Oh man, both of these men have cooked tonight. Last Raw, did they go out with a bang or what? Oh man, both of these guys traded insults back and forth. CM Punk says some good things. I ain't gonna stay out the whole segment. He said the most industry cliche planted bootlegger statement all the time, talking about when Seth keep talking about CM Punk took his ball, went home. He referenced Stone Cold and other people that did it. He referenced Becky Lynch, who's been off for quite some time. And then CM Punk also said, next week I got a buttload of cash, making you the victim that you always wanted to be, little brother. And then Seth said, you can't, I'm little brother me, I'm the big brother now. He said, you took a big chunk of change, went to the competition, how that worked out for you. And then he mentioned too that, we know that Becky Lynch, she's raising a kid. You want to know about that reference to CM Punk and AJ Lee don't have any kids. These guys just cooked on all levels, guys. There's no other way. These guys cooked. And we will get a glimpse here when they did what they did.
I couldn't do it. And then you took a big chunk of change to go join the competition. How'd that work out for you?
One of the best segments of the year. I got to give him a super chant for that one. That deserves a super chant.
Yeet. Delete. Yes. We believe in Joe Hendry. Suck it. Woo. What? Yeah.
Man, they did their thing in this promo. Both Punk and Rollins shut it down like no other. Like I said, it was very good of both men, what they were saying. Definitely hyping up their match for next week's Netflix episode of Raw, the debut episode. And of course, this match of Seth and CM Punk, if you didn't know, will main event the show on Netflix. And it's definitely gonna make Netflix look good and make WWE look good. So, very good way to do this. And as both men went in, they both they closed out the show, and that was it. So with that being said, guys, let's get to the results that I put in. And of course, we got to talk about the rating. What do I rate this final Raw of 2024? and of course, last one on USA Network. Because you know this is it. There's no more of this. You will never, ever see Raw on USA Network ever again. We will never see this ever again. That's it. It's a wrap. You know, a new era really has begun in WWE. So we know that's the case. And we know that they're going to next week move on and go to Netflix for the first time ever. And you know they're going to put out a bang. They're going to shine. But if you guys didn't notice, it's true. There will be no more Raw on Netflix. USA Network, we do know they always send their thank yous, and they did that this week. It says thank you Raw. So they say that when you see stuff like that, that's it. No more Raw, no more WWE Raw on USA. You know, they debuted on there in 1993 to 2000. After 2000 for 5 years, 2000 2005, it was on the new TNN, aka Spike TV, aka Paramount now, and they returned to Raw back in 2005, the homecoming network of Raw. Yes, 2005 till 2025 pretty much. So they stay back for another 20 years. Well, what a run though, right? What a run. So salute to USA Network putting out this great content for over 30 years, off and on for 30 years now. And they did just that. Gave us great content. But now it's moving on to bigger and better with Netflix. So with that being said, what do we rate this episode of Raw? I gotta be honest, it's a 4.5 out of 5. Very, very, very good episode. They definitely went in on this one. They put no stops. And I was kind of surprised because we know when WWE leaves a network like Fox, for example, and you know when NXT left USA Network go to CW, they don't put out the best episodes, the best quality. But this is not the case with Raw. This is the number one flagship show. They put out a great episode to close out Raw. They didn't have to do this. It was a great way to close out the year and their relationship with USA Network. So he definitely made sure that they put it out with a bang. And another good effort by WWE. And they succeeded on this episode. They put out great quality cinema.
Yeet.
So I give it a 4.5 out of 5. If you guys check out the community tab, you guys can also check out what people are saying about Raw. Let's see what people are saying. 87% gave it an A. 9% gave it a B. 1% gave it a C. And 3% gave it a D or F. I don't know how you gave it an F, but okay. Everyone's out to their own opinion. But it was a good episode. Very good episode. So salute to Raw. Can't wait to see what's next. But this was a good one, guys. Very good one of this episode of Raw. I'm glad they was able to keep putting out great content. Great content. All right, let's get to the current news before we get to the, bonus round. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on in the wrestling world. And we'll do just that in a second. All right. Now, there's some buzz going around in the wrestling world. They had a current ranking. I'm sorry, not ranking, but ranking. Excuse me. They had a current top 10 WWE women's wrestlers of 2024. And there's been some controversy regarding that. Now, we don't get to that right now of the current news. Well, let's talk about it, though. Let's see. WWE, like I said, they put out some current news regarding this. And this is ranked on their website and also on their YouTube. But this is what the rankings came in for the women's top 10 wrestlers. Let's see if you guys agree or disagree. Let's see what the rankings say. All right, these are the numbers that came in. Bleacher Report ranks top 10 WWE women's wrestlers of 2024. The rankings are as follows. Number 1, Liv Morgan. Number 2, Rhea Ripley. Number 3, Io Sky. Number 4, Bianca Belair. Number 5, Bayley. Number 6, Nia Jax. Number 7, Becky Lynch. Number 8, Tiffany Stratton. Number 9, Jade Cargill. And number 10, Chelsea Green. I don't know if I agree with this list. Is this a yeet or no yeet list? I gotta be honest, guys. Let me give my list of this. I gotta be perfectly honest with this one. This is how I feel about this particular list.
And no yeet.
So Liv Morgan is number 1. Okay, I'll give it that. Rhea Ripley's number 2. Okay. Io Sky, number 3. I don't know about number 3, but okay. Bianca's 4. Bianca should have been, her and Io could have flipped. Bayley was the WWE Women's Champion this year. She should have been at least, I'll put Io number 5 and Bayley 3 and Bianca 4. Becky, she should be number 10. Becky wrestled half the year. Come on, man. Come on now. Some Bleacher Report, y'all tripping. Tiffany should be highest. How's Becky higher than? Becky was the women's champion. Jay was number 9. Chelsea 10 though, because they doing that because they gave Chelsea number 10 because she just won that title. Had she not won the Women's United States Championship, that wouldn't have been no number 1, and you guys know it. Some of the stuff I don't agree with, guys. I just don't. I don't. I don't know. I don't agree with this list all the way. I just do not agree with this list. But you know what? That's my opinion on that list. I'm definitely opposed to it. I'm not for it. And it's very clear that I'm not. But let them tell it. Y'all let them tell it. But I don't agree with this list at all. I just don't. I'm sorry, I don't. But I just had to talk about this. Figure 4 TV said Liv is definitely number 1. The rest is debatable. Liv, Bianca, Rhea, Bayley, Nia, Tiffany. That's not a good. That's not a bad list. Not a bad list at all. Not a bad list at all. But to put Rhea number 2, lies. I don't know if they chose to be in the top 10. Just because she just won that title, man. But you guys let me know what you think of this list, guys. Do you agree with this list or not? I just had to talk about this real quick. I know I get to the what went wrong and what went right with Raw, and I'm about to get to that right now. But let's get to that real soon. I just had to mention that real quick. All right, guys. I gave the ranking of Raw. With that being said, now we gotta go over what went wrong with Raw. Now, despite the rating, I'm still gonna mention what went wrong. I'm still gonna mention, well, not went right. I'm sorry, what went wrong. I'm still gonna mention what went wrong despite the rating. Yeah, Chelsea should definitely be. Yeah, Chelsea should be over Becky. Absolutely. Big Queen 20. Hi there, red carpet ring. Hey, how you doing? Salute to you. Your queen has arrived. Red carpet ring. All right, we're gonna go what went wrong with Raw, guys. We gonna talk about it, and we're gonna talk about stuff I did not like. Number 1, All due respect to Io Sky. All due respect. Where's she at? All due respect to Io Sky. Io Sky, great performer. I don't believe she should have been. She didn't really have to be in this tournament because Io had just got through fighting for the Women's World Championship against Liv Morgan, the champion, at Saturday night's main event. Io Sky has also been in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Io Sky has also just competed in the Women's War Games match. Like anything that involved in the women's division, Io is somehow there. So I don't think we have to see Io Sky every time we look up. I didn't think she needs to be involved. I get that she has history with Lara Valkyria. I get that Io Sky is a great competitor, but we don't have to include her every single time there is some type of matchup or some type of tournament. I think that's unnecessary. I think that's uncalled for. We don't need to do that with Io. We know how talented Io Sky is in the ring. So with that being said, I gotta give some pushback on this one. So you know what happens when I see stuff like this happen.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So yes, Io, you make the list on this one. Creative Triple H booking, you guys did too. But I don't think we have to see Io every time there's a big match situation. It's always a match type. We don't have to see Io for everything. We've seen Io enough. She had wins over Bianca Belair a few months ago. We don't have to see her every time, and I think that's just a little too much. So I just think it's too much with that. Happy New Year to all, guys. Happy New Year to everybody in the chat. But yeah, that's one thing I didn't like. Another thing I did not like about this episode of Raw, Chad Gable needs to push soon. Chad Gable looked very impressive in this win tonight against Otis. And I know he just re-signed with WWE a few months ago. I believe Chad Gable should be set up for an Intercontinental Championship title run, or at least getting a title picture, because he beat Otis. He has his new stable. Let's put somewhere in the first half or the first quarter of 2025. Let's get Chad Gable an Intercontinental Championship title run, at least by WrestleMania. Can we all agree with that? Because if you keep having to do useless matches or useless feuds, it's not going to get them anywhere. And you know what happens when I see something not going anywhere.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
Yeah, definitely make the list on this one. So that's another thing I noticed. Another thing I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about this as well in a minute, but I just don't see how I don't see if you don't do anything with Chad Gable, it don't really help him out at all. I just don't see it. Hopefully that they are doing something with him. Hopefully that, he does get his due, because Chad Gable was extremely talented. He's always rise up to the occasion. But I can't wait to see what they're going to do with him next. So, matter of time until they're doing something with Chad Gable, because he has not won a single championship yet. I really hope he does win soon. But we're going to see what the next move is going to be for Chad Gable. So that's my take on that particular situation. But that's another thing I did see what was going on with this Raw episode. So let's talk about that right now. All right, another thing I did see wrong with WWE Raw and we'll talk about this right now. I really hope they have something set in works if I'm this individual. And I'm talking about Gunther. Gunther needs a new opponent heading into Royal Rumble. Gunther is the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He's been world champ since SummerSlam. Been champ for a little over 4 months. I know he just finished defeating both Finn Balor and Damian Priest in triple threat at Saturday night's main event, but that's over with. Who's next opponent? I know he did the live event against CM Punk steel cage match for the world title. I get that too, but he still needs an opponent. Now I didn't see anybody hinting at Gunther unless Finn Balor is going to face him one-on-one, but he needs an opponent because if not, Gunther's going to look stale. And you know what happens if I see something that's going stale. You guys already know what happens when I see that.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So yeah, Gunther needs a new opponent, guys. Hopefully it is Finn Balor again or someone brand new. Hopefully they do get something going with that. I really hope so. It's only a matter of time to just show us what's going to happen next. But definitely, we got to see what's going on. Otis was so close to win. Yeah, he was. He was. We owe it to him. We use him to skyrocket Sammy. Yeah, Chad Gable definitely needs to get pushed. Yep, definitely. What's with Chad Gable? Salute, DJ. Yeah, practice for something. He's trying to be another Kurt Queen. Yeah, but he needs to get a title. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens in ladder match at Royal Rumble in Indianapolis. Yeah. Actually, I actually talked about that a little bit. But Gunther needs a new opponent, guys. I don't know who's going to be, but he definitely needs one. Hopefully things go in the right direction for Gunther. You know, I really hope they do something with that because I would dislike if they really didn't do anything with that. But Gunther, he should get a push somewhere, somehow. I really hope that's what they're doing. And no one gets wasted as far as, you know, their ability and everything else. But we'll see what's going to happen next. But let's get on to what went right with Raw. Now, I went over what went wrong with Raw. I'm going to go over what went right with Raw. Several things I did like that I saw on this episode of Monday Night Raw. Certain things I did see right. And, you know, since I did see some things going right, I want to address them and see what's going to happen next. See what's going to be next move. One thing I will say, now these guys, they kicked off Monday Night Raw. New Day, they are still garnering major heat. Now they kicked off Monday Night Raw. They interrupted the announcers, Michael Cole and Joe Tessitore, Wade Barrett. I mean, not Michael Cole, but Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. Crowd wouldn't let these guys speak, so they still getting major heat. I like that. Makes them look good. Put them over as real heels. I can't wait to see what the next move is going to be for these men in this stable. But I definitely see that they do have what it takes. So we're going to definitely see how they're going to book this whole thing. I think it'll be amazing. It's just something that's got to do things correctly. Other than that, though, New Day, shining. New Day, major heat. New Day is definitely New Day. And I like how they're booking this whole thing with them. So I have no issue of how these guys are being put together. They're definitely doing something very, very unique. Very unique. So other than that, though, I got to give them they due on this one. And I mean the New Day.
Yeet.
So yes, these both these men in this stay was definitely great. Can't wait to see what's next for them. How they're gonna do this, but we know that they're gonna rise to the occasion, and I can't wait to see what they. Now he's supposed to have a match against Rey Mysterio and also of LWO. That'll be their first feud as heels. So we'll see what happens next with the New Day. But definitely something good is coming out of this. So with that being said, guys, that's how I see that. Now that's one thing I did see right with Raw. Let's go over to the next thing I saw right with Raw. The Women's Intercontinental Tournament Finals is going in the right direction. And we are talking about something very good here. We're talking about the finals, and it comes down to Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai. So both these women are going to be competing in the finals. It's not going to be next week. It'll be 2 weeks from now. But I do like what's going on with these women. They're definitely showed out. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen next with these women. But definitely a very good way for these women to showcase their talent. Very good one. But definitely also giving a no yeet. But yeah, Triple Threat Mania, Randy will double cross Crody. Oh, you guys got some good scenarios in here. But anyway, Lyra and Dakota, this is gonna be a good program for next couple weeks. They're both gonna get over. It's pretty much, I think the crowd's gonna be split in the middle as far as who's gonna cheer for who between Dakota and Lyra. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. So definitely see how they're gonna move that. Another thing that went right with Raw, of course, the obvious one, the promo between CM Punk and Seth Rollins was amazing. Very amazing promo by these men. See, and there's no one or the other. Some people may say Seth won, some other side may say CM Punk won. Both of these men cooked in this promo. They both had their fair share of getting the other person. Now, CM Punk is known to be a in-ring promo master, but Seth Rollins is no slouch to promos. One of the best in WWE on promos as well. So again, definitely good work by both of these men. You gotta give them their props on this one.
Yeet.
So I like the promo by both of these men. Definitely put out the hard work. Definitely really did that thing. And we can't wait to see what's going to happen next week, because that's the match we all want to see at the end of the day. So can't wait to see how they're going to do this next week. But definitely a good one. Now, we already went over current news. We're going to go over the bonus round shortly. And, of course, we're going to talk. I already touched on it. We're going to go dive more into it. We're going to talk about what's going to be an inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. So let's talk about that. And give me a couple minutes. We're going to get this ready. Before we do, let's see what you guys have to say before we start this bonus round. All right. Cody Rhodes still making love to Kevin Owens. Also for revenge to Kevin Owens. Randy will double cross Cody. Triple threat. Some of you guys think so. Some of you guys don't think so. What's Big E going to do? He's going to sit on the sidelines until he's needed with the New Day feud. He's not doing nothing at the moment, but you never know. When New Day really do get a good feud going, Big E, I'm pretty sure is going to tag team with somebody to again go against New Day, the new heel. Yeah, definitely don't trust a Viper. Still like Randy Orton. He's my favorite wrestler. He'll always be figure 4. KO is right. Roman is not a good man. He's evil. Nearpod. Nope, definitely didn't. Yep, can't trust no Viper. Randy needed to win the world title, but he has to be heel. Y'all think Drew will take the time? In my opinion, it's Randy Orton who will take the title and title record. I hope so. Randy for 17. Kevin Owens is never right. Okay, because he already backstage Orton. SmackDown. Cody Rhodes at WWE Saturday main event last Saturday night and on SmackDown. Randy has time to sit and realize KO is right. And it was Cody's fault. He was hurt. You guys got some good analysis. What you guys thinking? Kevin Owens hates to Roman Reigns because he judged Roman on greatness. The way Roman always wanted to be a champion. All right. With that being said, let's get to the bonus round. Let's start that in a second. Just want to read your guys' comments. And we're gonna be here on just Red Carpet Rain. Exit Facebook. Unfortunately, you have to miss on the bonus round. And we're gonna talk about now who's gonna be inaugural women's Intercontinental champion. Now we're here gonna talk about between Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai. We're gonna talk about these two because it's gonna come down to one person. Now I'm gonna go over both women of who should win and why they should win. Let's talk about it. Now I'm gonna go over Dakota Kai first, since she did win first. Why Dakota Kai may win? Why she may win this tournament and become the inaugural women's Intercontinental champion? Dakota Kai may win because Dakota Kai is a fan favorite. The fans are definitely behind her. We know that Damage Control was not once known as heels. They are now baby faces. And they be getting a lot of cheers from the crowd. Dakota, Io, and Kairi Sane. And we got to give credit where credit's due. Dakota Kai's definitely been doing her thing since she returned. She hasn't been back for long, but she's definitely been doing things since she returned to WWE following her injury. So I got to give credit there. So that makes her a fan favorite. Now, with that being said, she's a fan favorite. That momentum could help push Dakota Kai to winning the match. Very well could be. But another reason she could win, the title can help solidify Dakota Kai's career. Her winning this title here can really help her career. Dakota Kai has never won a singles championship. She's never been women's world champ or WWE women's champ. She's never won Queen of the Ring. She's never won Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank. She has no single accomplishment to her name. Every accomplishment Dakota Kai has in WWE is related to tag team gold. It's always in a team effort, not a singles effort. This title could really help her career out. Now, that could also mean Dakota Kai may not win. She may not win. And I'm going to give my reasons why she may not win. For one, Dakota Kai just returned, I just mentioned. Since she just returned from injury, maybe she needs time to get some developed feuds under her belt, get some rivalries going, and maybe that will help her to catapult her to future title matches for the Women's Intercontinental Championship or United States, whatever the case may be. And maybe that'll help push her in the feud later on. That's one possibility. Another reason, Dakota Kai's injury prone. Now, I think this is her second or third injury within a couple years. She's get hurt quite often. And since she get hurt quite often, maybe the company don't trust her exactly yet, becoming the women's Intercontinental champion, especially an inaugural one. Maybe they don't have as much faith in her right now to win that title. Maybe she should, maybe they'll wait on her to be the second or possibly even third women's Intercontinental champion. So maybe that could be why. So that's just one reason I'm looking at it. But those reasons I think Dakota Kai may win this tournament, win this championship. But let's move on to Lyra Valkyria. Why Lyra Valkyria may win? Let's be honest. Lyra's a great talent. Just like Dakota Kai, she is a fan favorite. She is. The fans love her. They like when she comes on there. They like when she does her great work. That's one reason. Another reason, let's be honest, Lyra, she's been making quite a splash ever since she came to the main roster, since she's been on main roster this past spring. Let's not forget, Lyra was in the finals of the Queen of the Ring before losing to the winner, Nia Jax, at King and Queen of the Ring PLE earlier this year. Also, she was in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So she also has been in some big moments here. And now she's in the women's Intercontinental Championship tournament final. So Lyra, they got some momentum. She got some momentum behind herself. And the company trusts her. They want to keep putting her in these tournaments, whether it's Queen of the Ring, Money in the Bank match, and now this women's Intercontinental inaugural tourney for this title in there. So that definitely give her a reason to win. Now, that could give her a very good reason why she should win the women's Intercontinental Championship. She could hold this title. Just saying. Now, let's look at the bad parts. Why Lyra Valkyria may not win. Why she may not win. Let's be honest. Lyra's still too new for the main roster. She just made 6 months. She hasn't been on the main roster that long. So that may be a reason for that. Yeah, that's one reason. Another reason I will give her, Lyra Valkyria, you just been seen on TV again. Lyra Valkyria for quite some time, for quite several months, was not even on TV. We didn't see Lyra Valkyria. If we did, we saw in a quick backstage segment, or we saw NXT with Tatum Paxley for a little bit, whatever the case may be. We didn't see her that much. And now we recently just saw on TV when they announced that the women's going to get their own secondary championship known as the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Maybe that's why. Maybe she shouldn't be the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Maybe she's not ready to win just because she hasn't been on TV and she's been on main roster. Maybe that's why. But you know what? Both of these women have a good claim why they should win. They both have a good claim. This will be a very good matchup. And I said this earlier, Dakota and Lyra are both going to have the fan favorites cheering for them. One half I can see cheering for Dakota, other half I can see cheering for Lyra. See what you guys think of that. I like Lyra. She's crispy in the ring, very smooth. The women aside from War Games are the best part of show at times. Oh, you're talking about Dakota, NXT girl. Triple H knows exactly what he's doing. Well, they're both NXT girls, yeah. Both of these women can beat up Chelsea. Why is Chelsea champion? Beats me. But I think both of these women definitely have what it takes to go on and become the women's Intercontinental champion. I think both of these women have what it takes. They both have what it takes. They both won their respective matches. They both have the right to face off for these titles. For this title, I mean, and I think that'll make them both look good. But that's what I think of this whole situation between Lyra and Dakota. So that's what I have for that. But definitely, these women put in the work, and it's paid off. I mean, there's no denying the work that these women put in. There's no denying the talent that these women have. There's no denying that both of them could easily be crowned the women's Intercontinental champion. It's no other way putting that. I mean, when it comes down to it, both of these women have won the right to face each other. And they didn't go through no slouches. You had Dakota Kai, who went through Zoe Stark to get to the finals. She beat Zoe in a very good, tough match. Zoe Stark, not a slouch competitor. Also, Lyra Valkyria, she beat Io Sky, one of the tougher opponents, and Dakota Kai's stablemate in Damage Control. No slouch at. So either one of these women can win this title. The matter is who? Who's going to win between Lyra and Dakota? You guys let me know. And I'm going to definitely see that. It's crazy, though. I like everybody Seth Rollins. Oh, you funny, Figure 4. But yeah, back to Lyra and Dakota. These two are definitely gonna be doing their thing. They're definitely gonna be doing their thing. It's not gonna be an easy match. It's gonna be hard fought victory. Whoever wins, it's not gonna come by easy. Lyra's not gonna make it easy for Dakota. Dakota's not gonna make it easy for Lyra. They had a talk backstage, I know, on the episode of Raw, and they said that they're both going to earn their way to get what they need to do. So I can't wait to see. And that's all I have for who's going to be the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. Let's get back to see what you guys have to say in the comments here. Figure 4 sound like her promos. I think her character's cringe. Can't argue with that. You have not told a lie yet.
I'm tired of being nice. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Becky Lynch is all women. She deserves, like, describe herself as the man. It's no problem. I miss Charlotte Flair is my favorite girl. Tivy times, yep, future. Becky Lynch, they're the cutest couples. Becky and Seth. We guys, this is very good, interesting Raw. We are definitely heading to Netflix, and it will be 3 hours. Both Raw and SmackDown 3 hours. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next for the shows, definitely. But other than that, go guys. That's all I have regarding WWE Final Raw of USA Network. We talked about Raw, what's really happening on Raw Final USA Network episode. We talked about what went right and wrong with Raw. Current news, bonus round. That's it. Happy New Year to all, guys. You guys be safe out there. And NXT is on. I'm going to watch the rest of it, then we'll cover that tomorrow. Happy New Year to all. Check out the content of Red Carpet Rain. Check out what we got here. Other than that, though, thank you all once again. Make this channel good. Channel steady growing. sign up for the membership, you know, to get a monthly membership starting at $5.99 a month. And other than that, that's all I have. You guys, you already know what it is. It's OUT.
Something happened this weekend, and I've been struggling with it since I retired. But this weekend gave me closure.
Wow.
It really did. Like, it was fun. Obviously, it was fun. I mean, you can't, doing this for as long as I have and being involved.